Welcome back to the Peak Performance Podcast. It has been a while. Now, why has it been a while? Trevor graduated. And since graduation, Trevor has been insanely busy, and we've struggled to find a common time that me and him can come together, talk a bit of ball, and just catch up. That being said, I planned on waiting for a time that me and Trevor could get together to record another one of these. But with the news that broke yesterday, there was no way that I wasn't going to come on here and talk briefly about my opinions, how I feel about everything. And some of you may not know the news I'm talking about. Clayton Kershaw has announced his retirement from the MLB at the end of the season. Today is September 19th, 2025, and today's his last home regular season start. Now he might get some postseason work in with the way he's looked this year. I genuinely think he will get postseason starts, but last regular season start today against the Giants, which is just so fitting. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about Clayton Kershaw. The career he's had and the way he's done it is something I don't think we will ever see again in the sport of baseball. Kershaw is the last of his kind. The long career, the one team, the dominant starting pitching. In today's baseball, it's rare that somebody goes 7 innings. That is like an amazing start. You expect 5 or 6 out of your starter. Kershaw's the last of that. Give him the ball and just let him go. And somehow I still think his career's been underrated. And I don't know how that can possibly be a thing. His postseason starts are the reason why I think that is, though. And I think he gets too much hate for his postseason results. Now, was he as good in the postseason for the most part as he was in the regular season? No. You can see that through his numbers. He had a 2.5 ERA in the regular season, 4.5 in the postseason. There is a difference there. He had a 1.02 whip in the regular season. He had a 111 whip in the postseason. Again, there's a difference. But I think it's more so he had a couple very bad starts inflating those numbers rather than he was just bad. He had a lot of dominant postseason starts that, if anything, were blown up at the end of the game when he should have been taken out, but the Dodgers didn't have anybody else to go to. You saw that a lot early on, 2013, 2014 against the Cardinals. He would be dominant through 6 1/3, 7 1/3, and the Dodgers wouldn't pull him. He would be handed the ball and say, go win this game. And a lot of those games might be 1 run through 7, but he finishes the game with 5 earned through 8. So the earned runs are inflated. He had a couple of very dominant starts, especially later in his career after his prime. He went 8 innings, 3 hits, 13 strikeouts in the NLCS against the Brewers in 2020. In that World Series, 6 innings, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. And then again, 6 innings, no earned, 6 strikeouts in that World Series against the Rays. Like Kershaw's had these great postseason starts. Game 1, 2017 World Series against a team that was cheating. They knew what pitch was coming. And I believe he went 7 scoreless, striking out 11. See if I can find. Can't find. Oh, here we go. No, 7 innings, sorry, 1 earned and 11 strikeouts against a team that knew what pitch was coming. That's how dominant Kershaw was. He's his accolades are insane. MVP, believe 3 times Cy Young, 11-time All-Star, and really just a hero for the city of LA. He has revolutionized pitching, and what I find most impressive is his ability to change. When he was in his prime, 2014, 2013, those years, he relied heavy on his fastball. He was sitting mid 90s. He was really fastball, a little bit of slider, but mostly fastball curve. His fastball has lost all velocity. He'll maybe touch 90 miles an hour once a game. And this year he's 10-2 with a 3.5 ERA. It just he used to be a thrower with great stuff, and now he is a pitcher. And the city of LA will miss him. But you got to celebrate it. It's not often you have 18 years of dominance with one athlete. And LA's been blessed. Within my lifetime, we had Kopitar for the Kings, who also announced his retirement yesterday, I believe after 20 seasons. Kobe, 20 seasons with the Lakers. Kershaw, 18 seasons with the Dodgers. You don't see that in today's sports world. You don't see a guy stay with one team for much longer. And after Kershaw leaves, I don't, off the top of my head, I can't even think of who our longest tenured player will be. Maybe Mookie? Maybe like an Alex Vesia out of the bullpen, but pieces are constantly moving. It is a business league, and you don't see a guy put up the career he had. It's it's truly special, and I hope Kershaw comes out and absolutely dominates the Giants. One of my favorite highlights of Clayton Kershaw's career was opening day, I think 2012. Let me clarify. Opening day 2012 or 2013 against the Giants. Uh, Back then, the Dodgers were not very good. They had an okay team, but they were not great. And I can't find the exact date right now, but I want to say it was 2012 or 2013. Home game against the Giants, opening day, biggest rivalry we have. Kershaw went out there and dealt zero, 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 zero. But the Dodgers couldn't score. And this is back when pitchers had to hit in the National League. Clayton Kershaw hit a solo home run in the bottom of the eighth inning, and Dodgers won 1-0 off a Clayton Kershaw complete game, with our only run being scored as a Clayton Kershaw home run. Okay, it was opening day 2013. I was able to find it. And he was the first pitcher in baseball history since Don Drysdale, another Dodger legend, in 1965 to hit a home run and also throw a shutout. He was the Dodgers that day. He held the Giants to a four-hitter, and oh, I was wrong. We didn't win that game 1-0. He broke the scoreless tie, though, in the bottom of the eighth. So he homered, made it 1-0. Dodgers ended up scoring three more, and Dodgers won 4-0. But a complete game on less than 100 pitches is getting a Maddox is ridiculous. There's a lot of debate about who's better, Scherzer, Kershaw, Verlander. And I think how a person answers that, it tells me a lot about their knowledge of baseball, whether they're following just popular meme accounts or they're actually watching. There is no debate. Kershaw is the best of those three. Yes, he has less strikeouts than them. I don't care about strikeouts. He was the most dominant pitcher. I'm just going to read off his ERA by year, starting in 2011, the fourth year of his career, going all the way down to 2017. So this is a 7-year stretch. That's most people's career. 2.28 ERA, 2.53, 1.83, 1.77, 2.13, 1.69, 2.31. Most starting pitchers don't have 1 year as good as the worst year in that 7-year stretch. Even Hall of Famers. 2.5 ERA and his MVP season 21-3 with a 1.77 ERA and 240 strikeouts. He was ridiculous. And City of LA will miss him. But wanted to come on here and kind of just rant about Kershaw because I think he's one of the most overhated athletes. He doesn't justify hate at all. He's just been a model athlete in the city of LA for almost 2 decades and has been a part of a lot of great teams. I hope we can get him a third ring to send him into retirement. But thanks for listening to my rant. Clayton Kershaw is the GOAT, no doubt. I want to see him deal tonight against the Giants, last home game. And knowing Kershaw, this is the spot where he goes 6 or 7 innings out of nowhere. Today he doesn't strike out many people. He might strike out like five, but goes like 6 shutout, 7 shutout, standing ovation, crowd call. I want to see it so bad. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Peak Performance Podcast. I hope to get more of these out soon. I know for a fact I will be recording podcasts in the next few months as a part of my graduate project, but I'll explain a little bit more about that moving forward. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed my tangent. It was very unorganized, very unstructured. I just kind of wanted to get on here and say, respect to Kershaw, you will be missed. He had a great career. Thank you and bye.